My name is Valerie HERBIN. I teach French and classics at the JJ ROUSSEAU Middle School in Thiant.
In their previous lesson, the students studied an excerpt from L'Enfant by Jules Vallès, where the narrator writes of the suffering he endured because of the clothes his mother made him wear.
You know that the aim of this lesson is to prepare to write a persuasive letter to Madame Vingtras, to try and convince her to dress her son differently. So first off, read the text by Jules Vallès again, and pick up on everything you could say to Madame Vingtras to try and convince her.
Don't dress him in black. I do shoot black dressing with plaid. I look like a stove. Yes, I look like a stove. Foreigners bow to me and the learned stare at me. I'm like a Lapland ambassador.
Right. Now we're going to pool all the ideas that you have found.
They think he's a curiosity. His trousers bother him.
His trousers bother him.
The teacher uses a heuristic argument map to help the students marshal their arguments and examples in order to construct a persuasive letter.
How does he feel?
Isolated, excluded.
He's isolated.
Now,
can you group together all the examples you've come up with?
He wears a hairy yellow material and feels ridiculous. He's isolated and excluded. He can't play with friends his own age.
Right, so here you've grouped the examples you've found in the text into 3 sets. Why is it worthwhile to imagine how Madame Vingtras might respond to our arguments? Angelique?
To imagine her counter-arguments?
To imagine her counter-arguments, yes.
You stand more of a chance of convincing her.
Stand more chance of convincing her, yes. So now I'm going to print out the map we've just built up together, and you'll be able to use it to write the introduction to the letter and write the first paragraph. Yes? Yes, I'm going to go into that.
Using the word processor, the students will be able to enter, modify, improve, and present their letters. It also means they have a clear, legible rough draft in front of them that they can continue correcting. The students can also use the electronic dictionary to check their spelling, or the meaning of a word, find a synonym, or check how a verb conjugates. Using a control application, the teacher can look at a student's screen and even take control of it briefly to provide individual assistance. He can also pick out work that could be useful for the next part of the lesson. The teacher asks one of the students to explain what they have done. Their text can be discussed and modified on the basis of proposals from the rest of the class. I put, "Your child looks ridiculous." That's to express my indignation. He hasn't put the counter-arguments in red. "Your child looks ridiculous. I know you make all his clothes yourself, but..."
Suggest to Laurie what she ought to put.
"Before he looks like a stove?"
I'm going to give you a few minutes to make the same sort of improvements in your own paragraph. What are you going to be able to use there? Or rhetorical questions too. Right, go on. I'm showing you the paragraph written by Camille and Leslie.
I'm writing to you to say how displeased I am. I am very surprised at the clothes you make your son wear. I would even say that I am scandalized at the way you dress your son. Especially that hairy yellow material that makes him look like the ambassador from Lapland.
You can see the counter-argument in red, and then comes the argument, their argument, in green, followed by examples. So what we've just done together for the first paragraph of the letter today, I want you to do, but this time I want you to use the whole text for the letter.